messages constantly, she begins to type messages out only to second-guess herself and delete them. It definitely mirrors my experience of living a social life in the virtual space. Additionally, the cast all acts completely believable as real, kind of shitty high school students, ages notwithstanding. And the whole plot is a commentary on cyberbullying, a big issue in the modern era that was just starting to gain mainstream exposure when this movie was released. It's easy to write Unfriended off as a stupid slasher with a bunch of screaming teens, but I am seriously impressed by its commitment to the screencast premise. Plus, it's got a handful of fun kills. Let's see how many and get to them. The movie begins with a video on liveleak.com that shows the suicide of high school student Laura Barnes. It's pretty disturbing in how real it feels, so, look away if you have to. Although I will say that was real risky of her to hold a gun so far away like that. Good way to mess up and just maim yourself. Our audience surrogate Blair then checks out the YouTube video that told Laura Barnes to go kill herself after an embarrassing incident at a party. Things get really uncomfortable considering what was going on in the news at the time. You gotta remember, this movie came out in the wake of stuff like Steubenville and Audrey Potts, so yeah, it definitely has a message to it. Before we can see exactly what happened to Laura, though, Blair gets a video call from her boyfriend Mitch. Mitch looks like he's ready to cruise Omegle with his wang out, and he nearly succeeds in getting Blair similarly topless. But she puts sexy cyber times on hold to give him an important announcement. She's finally ready to lose her virginity to him and have sex on prom night. Kind of a pat plan there, but that doesn't dampen Mitch's excitement. 2, 4, 6, 8, who do we appreciate your movie? They're just about to get back to some virtual foreplay when they both unexpectedly join a group chat featuring a trio of their friends, blonde party girl Jess, Mitch's best bro Adam, and stoner funny guy Ken. All of them razz the couple about their almost cyber sex session, again, in a way I think feels authentic.
Hey guys.
Where are you coming from, man?
Hey Mitch, why are you such a big boner, bro?
What are you talking about?
I missed it. Shut up.
We see in a separate iMessage that neither Blair nor Mitch answered the call, and I like how the film uses unsent messages to get into the head of our protagonist without having her explicitly say things. It's a clever device. Over in the group chat, they notice there's a nameless avatar in on the call with them. Nobody seems to know who it is or how they got in, and even after they all hang up and restart the call, the nameless participant remains. Mitch says he got a message from Laura Barnes, and then over on her Facebook, one too. Spooky. And you know what, Blair? I don't think clearing your cookies is gonna fool a ghost. After the silent mystery person joins the third attempt at a group chat, Mitch points out that it's the anniversary of Laura's death and sends Blair to a forum that warns against answering messages from the dead, because the people who do so wind up dead as well. Blair tries to stop the messages from Laura's account by memorializing it through Facebook's system, but when she tries to do that, an error happens that fills those dialogue boxes with a creepy message of, I got her, I got her, I got her. So, Blair remembers the name of the movie that she's in and unfriends Laura. Dun dun dun. Laura's account immediately messages her and says that was a mistake. Blair begins to suspect another friend, Val, is behind this tomfoolery, so she invites Val to the group chat, while her friends show how two-faced high school cyberbullies are.
Can I just be honest? I don't like Val.
Nobody likes Val.
Hi, Val.
Hey Val.
But looks like Val is getting punked by the ghost of Internet Past too, because an album of embarrassing pictures of her gets uploaded to Facebook on Jess's account. Jess says she has no idea how the album got uploaded, and a fight breaks out between the two of them.
I didn't do this, okay? I don't know why you're getting
Oh my god, you trashy little bitch, delete them.
Wait, did you just call me trashy?
Oh wow, this group chat got awkward fast. Eventually, Jess is able to delete the album, but then the pictures are posted
So,
from Adam's account.
57
The
is my
participant
max.
finally speaks up and admits that it was them who uploaded the pictures.
You said it was just a glitch.
Well, the glitch just typed.
Blair sees that the glitch named Billy is actually the account of Laura Barnes, so I'll just refer to Billy as Laura from now on. Everyone in the chat grows suspicious that one of them is behind the account, and they even do a hand check to see who's trolling the rest of the group, but the messages keep on coming, and the mystery person sends something to Val privately that really sets her off. Val takes out her phone and calls the cops despite Laura warning her not to. Then Val's slow-ass motherfucking internet connection cuts out, and she leaves the chat. Blair gets an email with the subject Val plays the game, showing what Val had received privately. It's an Instagram post of a G-chat revealing how Val had been less than helpful when Laura reached out to her for help with the embarrassing video. Val told Laura to kill herself, which is seriously something you should never do, even though Ken voices his support for the retort.
Nobody wants to talk about it, but I'll give you the Ken opinion. Laura fucking sucked. She was a big bully, okay, and she deserved all the shit she got from that video.
Blair's not comfortable with all this post-mortem shit-talking and almost tells Mitch something about Laura's past involving her uncle, but instead decides that they should all just hang up. Laura then messages her saying,
Hey, yo. What the fuck? What the fuck?
that if she does, there will be consequences. Laura reiterates the same point to the Skype group call, and then Val's camera suddenly returns to the chat, showing her sitting still next to a bottle of bleach. At first, it looks like the picture is frozen, but we get a pretty great moment when Blair calls her. We see Val's phone vibrating across the table on the lower right side of her camera. Turns out the picture is
Warm up while you can. Deploy soon.
Jump scare.
Enemy soldier incoming. Enemy soldier incoming.
Bro, you're so good.
Warm-up is over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone.
So freaked out, he pulls a gun at his webcam. Blair manages to empty her trash at the 5-second store. And the plan appears to have worked. Fixes his profile.
Plunder. Secure cash by completing contracts, looting, or eliminating targets.
From inside the house. It's a pretty easy moment. After Ken locates the source of the feed, video freezes up. Then the phone disconnects. Blair tries to call Ken back, but again, the image seems to be frozen, at least for a minute. Oh shit, things go crazy. Before you know it, Ken is sneaking his hand straight into the blender. Then he breaks off the glass container, puts his face all over the place. Should have been rocking Windows, Blair. Ask manager and process would have fixed you right up. But the screen house camera finally left the video. High school tragedy. She passed out but much better than sexual assault and undoubtedly inspired. Brendan finding a good substitute. Laura blames the group for the video and for all the YouTube comments that were posted. The best course of action for spooky spirits like this is to confess your sin. So she goes with the everyone was doing it defense. Yeah, Blair, you're probably gonna have to try a little harder.
It's nothing, come on.
Game time again, and then there will be some consequences for the loser after turning Adam's that never
Enemy UAV overhead.
Got some body armor here.
The rules with Blair.
Mark the target.
Everyone
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Got some body armor.
started an eating disorder rumor about Blair, while Blair had crashed Jess's mom's car.
Great friend, Blair.
It gets worse though. It's revealed that Mitch sold out Adam to the cops for selling weed like a total.
You want to take this?
And apparently, Adam had even bargained privately
Sniper rifle
with Laura
mark.
to save him, Mitch, and
No.
Blair in exchange for Jess's life. Eventually, the drunken
was.
angry Adam throws a suggestion to Laura. Never
Oh, it
Adam
is?
had sex. That's when Blair
Yeah,
has to reveal that she cheated on Mitch and slept with Adam, losing her virginity to him instead of Mitch as promised.
You can still have it.
Yeah, everything's pretty much
Allied cluster strike incoming.
Things get even worse for Mitch. Or
You're cluster strike incoming.
yeah, that's gotta be.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Blair's printer also activates, and she's equally unwilling to share what her knows. Mitch is furious about another apparent secret between Blair and Adam. We give the
Primary LC is marked. Extractor standing by. Enemy UAV overhead.
That if she shows the note, Adam will die. Adam's gun shoots him in the head right away, killing him and revealing that the note he got similarly said that if he were to show it, Blair would die. Laura starts the game up again, which sends Jess screaming and running into her bathroom to hide. Blair tries to crowdsource a rescue. Random strangers.
Shot. Go right there.
Gotcha. 1 second.
Just has a hot curling iron. Blair and Mitch's lights both go out. Blair is forgiving her for the whole attitude that Laura returns. After a 30-second countdown, Blair admits in a private message that it was bitching, and she watches and was killed by slamming his face down high first into a knife. It's not the best effects, but points for effort on Brendan. I'll defend you to the end, but it's not the end. At least not yet. Laura begins to Blair cheerfully tries runs out, video gets posted on Facebook that shows the director attending to the embarrassing shit video. Turns out Blair was the one who recorded it in the first place. Blair's peers immediately start leaving. Don't say that to me. Hey, the laptop is close in front of Blair. The last thing we see is the digital come here and stop his thing. Let's find out. Oh, what's that message? Oh, it leaves. Don't worry, it was just a glitch. 6 people died in Unfriended, and the victims consisted of 3 guys and 3 girls, giving us an even gender split down the middle.
Allied UAV overhead.
Dang, how many people what?
Mark the target.
Chainsaw for coolest kills, Ken. There were a few good kills here, but Ken is the one that everyone remembers. Another thing for Blender. Don't said he relayed this kill will go to Val, who apparently drank that bottle.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Stillness of the shot, but that doesn't mean the death itself was cool. And that's it. Unfriended was made in 2014, and the sequel, Unfriended Dark West, comes out tomorrow, Friday, July 20th. So go see it. Remember, I can't cover it here until it's out on Blu-ray, but until then, I'm James Engineers. This has been the Kill Count. Thanks a lot for watching this extra Kill Count. I want to thank a couple of patrons like Aaron Donnado, Anthony Denny, and Nick Brainer. Unfriended gets a lot of shit, but I still really like it. I'm so it may be a minute, but hopefully we can see it and do a review on the podcast. If you're at Comic-Con, let me know and we can meet up. Just tweet at me on Twitter at DeadMeatJames. Be good people.
Oh my god.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tell the victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm James Engineers, and today we're looking at Unfriended Dark West, the 2018 sequel to the unfairly maligned Unfriended. I don't care what that other YouTube video said, I love Unfriended! Part of my love for the original style was maintained in the follow-up Dark West, so the sequel brings out human antagonists who operate in the scary secret Dark West. With so much in the news about political hacking and cyber cell discord, I love that Unfriended once again takes up an issue of the time for a story. Granted, complete hacking. How the antagonists walk around looking like glitches on camera is pretty silly and completely unbelievable. But other than that, I was just as on board for this movie as I was for the original. Also, I got another sponsor. Are you proud, Mom and Dad? Today's Kill Count is sponsored by NordVPN. Do all these cyber horror movies have you paranoid about your connections? With NordVPN, and desktop internet browsing. VPN means virtual private network, and it basically keeps your data private as you browse the scary sites.
Extraction is inbound. Objective update. Heroes at position.
Logs on any data. That is exceedingly rare nowadays. Try Nord for yourself, risk-free, with a 30-day money-back guarantee trial at NordVPN.com/deadmeat. That's NordVPN.com, and with the code word deadmeat, you get 75% off.
Extract is standing by for cargo.
Wi-Fi and then Spotify, so we can have a diegetic sound.
Cargo is secure on board. Extraction helo heading out.
All sorts of
Cargo extracted. Good work.
The IV account that he has to log out of each time. He downloads and boots up a custom-made program called Papaya, and it's here that we probably see our protagonist, Matthias O'Brien, who's real excited about the new hardware we have.
This thing runs so much faster than my old piece of crap.
That Papaya program he made is so he can better communicate with his girlfriend Amaya, who's deaf. Papaya can take what he says and play it back.
Primary objective accomplished. Recon intel secured.
Maybe thinking that it's a crutch for him to use instead of learning how to sign better.
What? What?
Positive ID on the bounty target. Eliminate them.
I'm back. So do you wanna do?
This is dark then.
And for any viewers who aren't familiar
Enemy UAV overhead.
with part of the deep web, they explain it.
Part of the internet that isn't copy.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Find marketplaces and bad shit, basically.
A chat room full of other chairs pops up, all taking their name from the figure of Greek mythology who rocks out hard to Tommy Shaw. Chair never cared for the more poppy stuff than Dennis DeYoung. All this weird shit prompts underdeveloped character Ledge to ask a good question.
Dude, this computer did you buy?
I didn't buy it.
Matthias finally admits that he stole the laptop from a coffee shop lost and found.
Bounty
He
target
noticed
is
it
down.
had been
Well
sitting there
done.
for 3 or 4 weeks. The group realizes that the pompous name Laura CID is the backward spelling of Karen Moore.
He's one of them, and whoever they
Can
are.
anyone
they
use
must-
this?
This is where they meet up to trade.
And the stuff they're trading might involve all those video files.
Positive ID on the bounty target. Eliminate them.
And unknowingly recording from people's cameras. Another shortcut in the previously hidden folder opens the Bitcoin account, where a transaction from a few minutes ago translates to 10 million
Hey, found the light vehicle.
Oh yeah, Sheriff. It came through. They start talking all then they're trying to stick to the Roman wizard hat.
Locate and secure cash.
Then Sheriff 68 is at
5. Enemy attack chopper incoming. Take it down and secure the cash.
They
I'll be driving.
Bounty target is down. Well done. I'll take
No,
that.
it is, bro.
Care back. Enemy soldier incoming. I'm driving. Bounty target has been marked. Kill them. Bank over here.
Okay, found the vendor. Stock up if you need.
Y'all talking about me once again? Huh? Why? Why? But why? 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 You call him, I'm gonna... I do know.
Oh shit, is Billy back from the original? Nah, this is the friggin' Circle of Sharing. And they move us all to click on a YouTube link. The video then plays is a real...
When I'm on a job, I always drive my lucky car. It never lets me down. That's because I use Gunland every 3,000 miles to help boost engine performance. Which makes it pretty handy when I'm down to work. So you got a property deposit to help boost engine performance with Gunland.
Real creepy display of how easy they can find out where you live with information they find online. You know, it's my fucking right, man.
Nigga, I'm not mad.
Opens up,
I'm not mad.
you ain't mad.
I'm not mad.
Not charity.
How is it stupid? He keeps saying I'm mad. No, I'm not.
Restrict that snuff video, or are you
Hey.
coming out the kill count? The Sharing Circle disconnects from the Skype group, and Matthias finally gets the opportunity to tell everyone what's happening when Amaya loses connection with him at the subway station.
It's real! The whole thing is real!
You see, this smart web cookie told Amaya to take the subway, knowing that as Sharon 4 followed her, he'd lose connection too, and would thus be unable to hear Matthias explain the situation to his friends. They get real distressed by the reality of it all, and the fact that their friend Lex is really dead.
This is damage control. They're doing me to clean them.
They also agree to keep playing ignorant when Amaya and Sheriff 4 get signal again. And that gives us a pretty dark and comedic scene as they half-assedly pretend to play Cards Against Humanity.
My gym teacher got fired for adding blank to the obstacle course.
Too much cocaine. Velcro. Depression.
I like Velcro.
Thought depression was pretty good.
I thought Depression was pretty good too, man. But their acting wasn't good enough, apparently, because user Charon 1 connects to the Skyfall and goes to AJ's YouTube channel, indicating that he's next in line. But you know what? At least AJ supports good causes.
Protest going on at the Red River Mall in downtown, Michigan, for that dirty water that went on.
It's fucked up, that's still a thing. The ultra-paranoid AJ claims to have a trace to his internet presence. So to get around that, Charon 1 calls 911 and plays them some edited audio from AJ's video clip.
I'm gonna grab a assault weapons and explosives and go downtown to the mall and have some fun.
Since that call was made 10 minutes ago, the police are here now. When AJ goes to follow their orders and open the door for them, the hackers break into his computer and play a shotgun sound effect through the speaker. Yeah, man, AJ gets friggin' swatted, which reminds me of the Bleach kill in the original as a timely, internet-savvy way to kill someone in a cyber-based horror movie. But also, please remember that swatting is serious shit, and you should never do it to someone. It also haunts my dreams. Serena reveals that Nari is already on her way to the police station to get help, but the hackers ain't about to let that happen, so they do some of their computer magic tricks and pull up a split-screen decision for Serena to make. On one screen, she sees her fiancé Nari at the subway station, and on the other, her mom on life support at the hospital. They start a countdown in the style of the original Unfriended, which is
Use this time to practice. It will be deployed soon here.
It's unable to choose between six levels. So Serena take her off a flight, and they're not done yet either, because Serena is clock too. And although she fights back against her after Serena feels immediately afterwards. When another glitchy Charon appears in her apartment and knocks her out of the camera's field of vision, her death comes only in the form of a sound effect. And it's enough for us to know that Serena's final scream.
Training is over. Time to see what you have learned.
Matthias figures out a loophole around the Charon Circle's omniscience by finally using ASL well enough to by his lonesome call. But as
Battle Royale. You've got gas closing in fast. Get to the safe zone.
Looks like this whole damn thing has been a cyber attack. David calls Matthias and lets him know. Matthias' video calls is real, and when he comes back, we see that the Atlantic Ocean was considered by water poison from his chair. They're inside David's house. They hack into his chair. I don't know why that
Enemy team is tracking your position.
Revelation of the scope of this operation. Looks like all the various hackers, including a guy who's apparently a cop, had been observing this group for a long-ass time. And, much like the rich dudes in Rat Race, we're even gambling on my new show tonight, like how long it would take AJ to talk politics. The movie ends with the realization that this entire film took place in a remote desktop window of one dude's bitchin' computer setup. Unless you went to the theater and saw a different ending. Unfriended Dark Web was released with 2 different endings at theater. So although the kill count will follow the version you just saw, which I guess is the canonical one, I can share with you the alternative. The alternate ending, called Buried Alive, shows that the Charon Circle deciphered Matthias' sign language and figured out where he was headed. So by the time he got there was an open Next thing you know, Amaya arrives to find the grave filled in, and the hackers prevent her from understanding Matthias in a video call by blurring out his lips, like he was saying something naughty on TV. They also hack his text messages, so he's left helpless underground as she stands above him completely in the dark. Then the home releases included 2 more alternate endings, the first of which was called They Earned It.M4V. Someone's been using Handbrake. This one shows Amaya outside somewhere on a couple of different cameras. Matthias rolls up on his bike only to have some hackers jump out and grab the 2 of them. Another live or die vote begins, but one of the Charons replays a video of Matthias' hashtag big move he made when he extorted them with their own Bitcoin. And that earns the respect of the anonymous viewers who changed their votes to let them live. Matthias and Amaya are let go to embrace each other while still being creepily surrounded by hooded hackers pointing cameras at them. And the rest of the ending is mostly the same, only now Erica Dunn's leaky forehead happens at the very end. The last alternate ending shows Matthias reaching that warehouse and looking for Amaya. Nowhere to be found, finds a gun on the ground, Sharon 1 starts a flashlight and this version ends before we see what happens, and it's definitely the lamest one in my opinion. I think the canonical ending is the best one, partly because it was the only one with a verified kill for our house. How many did that leave us with total? Let's find out and get to the numbers.
Gas is closing in.
People died in unfriended dark web. The victims included 6 women, 3 men, and 1 hacker of an indeterminate gender. You know, the one who Frank Underwood and Betty Gabriel. That literally could have been anyone. With a runtime of 92 minutes, we wound up with a kill on average every 9 days. Chainsaw for coolest kill to agent. It's not often that a kill via gunfire gets this coveted award, but having a cyber-based movie kill someone through swatting was just excellent. And it shows how the filmmakers are at least partially tuned into internet culture. Dole Machete for lamest kill will go to Kelly. Kelly who? Yeah, exactly. An off-screen kill of a random character is definitely
The enemy lost track of you. You're safe.
Unfriended Dark Web came out in 2018. It's a pretty small theatrical release, but considering its ultra-low budget, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Another huge thanks to NordVPN for their sponsorship of this video. Don't forget to check them out at nordvpn.com/deadmeat. The link's in the description below. Until next time, I'm James A. Janice. This has been the Kill Count. Thanks a lot for watching this week's Kill Count. I'm really excited to be using NordVPN. It's not fake. I just want to feel safe on the internet.
What do you think? I think we're dead meat. Real dead meat.
Go ahead and laugh. Find the final glasses and business. Dead meat.
Hey, welcome to the Dead Meat Podcast, an extension of the YouTube channel Dead Meat. I'm James.
I am Chelsea, and we're a boyfriend and girlfriend, and we like to get scared together, and we're back after a week off.
Yeah. And we got our friend.
Bro, you suck.
During our week off, we wandered the land and found you.
Yep.
Welcome to the Gulag. If you survive, you earn your freedom.
That shotgun literally sucks,
Pay
bro.
attention. We'll be out there soon. Get ready. You're next. Win this fight and you return to the front line. But if you lose, you're done.
Welcome to the Kill Count.
It's time. Break some.
James A. Janice, and today we're looking at Get Out, released in 2017 by writer-director Jordan Peele and I'm giving this movie back to back to my Living Dead. Peele cited Romero's seminal work as a major influence.
Back to the front line. You've earned it.
While that may be on the surface, both movies have now, while Peele definitely did Get Out, this movie's got a whole lot of nice twist, and while we have to wait till the end to see that, not 100% qualified, but I've pretty much got a PhD in talking about kills. Let's get to it. The movie begins with a cold open where a black guy is walking down the street in a neighborhood he's not entirely comfortable. Doesn't help when a car drives by, usually it starts following. The guy tries to stop by someone in the light, in a headlock and knocks him out. He drags him away. way, he returns to his car and drives away to the credit. There are a couple of cool songs in here. And that's just one more reason you should probably go watch this movie for real instead of just still counting up. After the credits, we meet our hero Chris Washington, a photographer getting ready for his first visit to the home of his girlfriend, Rose Armstrong. They're a super good-looking couple, toast of love. You might even love her more than his adorable puppy kid. But something is bothering him. Rose says no, but then it doesn't matter. Her parents are nice, non-racist liberals. Chris is still nervous enough to want to smoke, even though Rose ain't having it since she's trying to get him to quit. Chris avoids that becoming an argument by calling up his buddy Ron, who works at TSA and
Lord, just had a wax point.
Ron's skeptical of Chris's weekend plans.
Enemy UAV overhead. Friendly drop back on the way.
But Chris doesn't think anything of it. They end up hitting a deer that jumps in front of the car, and while they're sorting it all out with the cop, things get a little uncomfortable.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
About the way the cop is treating Chris, whereas Chris reacts like this is that probably is. Doesn't stop him from appreciating it, though. Offers up a few times. I love that. They arrive at the Armitage estate, where Father Dean and Mother Misty give them a warm welcome. Dean even says he's happy to be there.
I say,
Can't. He really doesn't like beer. I wonder if that's COVID. It's probably not. Dean seems to be just a goofy dad who decided to give Chris a tour of the house, including a picture of his dad who just narrowly lost against Jeff Jones, qualified for the Olympics. And in case you didn't know, Jesse Owens was a black sprinter, kicked ass at the 1936 Olympics in Berlin, and quote, single-handedly crushed Casey Smith of Arian. You can already see there's something about symbolism. During the tour, Chris also meets the Armitage house staff and sees the cook and Walter groundskeeper. Dean admits that it looks bad. They hired them to help Dean's ailing parents, but they just kept them on after his parents passed. Chris's mom has also passed away, as he reveals during tea time, wherein it also comes out that Misty is a therapist who could use hypnosis to help Chris kick his smoking habit. How about it, Chris? Want these really quite strangers fucking around inside your brain? Good call. Rose's brother Jeremy arrives, and that night they all sit down for a fancy dinner. Embarrassing stories are shared and laughs are had, but some things seem a little off. Don't just be Jeremy's hair hygiene. I'm talking about shit like Georgina's behavior. Earlier she wigged out while pouring some drinks, and now it seems to be just kind of catatonic in the kitchen. Jeremy
Gas is inbound.
asking Chris real intently if he's ever done MMA. Even tries to drunkenly engage in some jiu-jitsu, but the rest of the family shuts him down. At least Rose seems to be aware of how weird her family's acting, as she complains in her underwear to Chris that night and prepares her family for the cop they face earlier. Chris has a moment of I told you so. They assure each other of their love and go to bed. Chris has a hard time sleeping that night, so he heads out back for a cigarette. It's the perfect time for the movie to dial up its weirdness. Walter cranks it up a few notches when he runs out of flash, and Georgina throws it to 11 by doing slam noses to the reflection of the window. To cap off Chris's evening of looking awkwardly, on the way back to bed, he gets confronted by Misty, who's chilling in his chair while he's grilling on his smoking. The conversation then moves into Chris's mother's death, and Chris realizes that Misty may be starting to hypnosis. He doesn't want to go along with it, but Misty keeps stirring her spoon, and he seems unable to admit. Apparently, his mom died on the way from work when he was watching TV, and he feels guilty because he never called anyone to try to help him. To be fair, though, that would have been like prime Big Two era television. Don't feel too bad. This is just one of many scenes that exemplify the outstanding talent of Daniel Kaluuya, who, by the way, is British as fuck and is doing an impeccable American accent throughout this entire movie. He's eventually paralyzed by her hypnosis, and she sends him away. If he does, all into an endless void of a very memorable effect that makes it seem like he's floating in a mixture of deep sea and deep space. Physically, he's still in his chair, frozen, and Missy leans into his face and tells him where he is. That is a place I do not want to be. She shuts his eyes and he wakes up in bed the next morning, covered in sweat and pretty friggin' confused. Later that day, he tries to make small talk with Walter, who seems more than a little off in his mannerisms, and especially the way he talks about Rose.
Top of the line is dog on.
He also confirms that Chris is with Misty in a session. Chris tells Rose about it and says that her hypnosis did seem to work, and that the thought of cigarettes makes more sense. Now it's time to get a party started. The oppositions are having their annual collection of old white people over, some kind of tradition that was started by his parents. All of them are super awkward around Chris.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Feeling all up on his pedal and telling him about how cool it is that he's black. Chris understandably steps away and is relieved pretty weird too, and it's not just this Thurston Howell attire. He's also shacking up with this lady many years his senior, and kind of rats on Chris too. Then he goes over and models for the other party guys. This guy's bruised. Seems like Chris is due to be entirely uncomfortable here until he runs into Jim Hudson. Ron Hudson also tried to make photography, but then he lost the ride. Both of them reflect upon how that shit ain't fair. Chris goes inside to take a breather from the whole situation. Yeah, just a little creepy, huh? Also creepy is that he keeps finding his phone unplugged, and he thinks it might be Georgina. She comes in later to apologize to him, and he tries to be real with her. Break her? She assures him to arm with a good them and treat them like family. Chris checks in with Rod and tells him about all the shooting going on, and Rod gives us the comic relief we expected.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
Really think it's sex slavery. Upstairs, more of the partygoers grill Chris about his experience as a black man living in America, and when he tries to pull Logan over to feel how great it is, Chris tries to snap a picture of Logan to show the
Bye, niggers.
Team gets going with the procedure. Nurse Jeremy insisting he cuts open